What are we waiting on? Oh, is the 8 going by? Alright, so after processing unit, what else are we going to need for our satellite? Let's see, we've got those two. We need solar panels, accumulators, and radar. It's going to be a bunch of steel, going to be some batteries, some other pieces. Copper, steel, electronic circuit. Let me get out of my train here before it drives off and goes home. Alright, this is going to be radar. We want it to be triggered on radar. No, oh, you can't copy paste that. Too bad. I was kind of hoping we could, but that was not probably a realistic expectation. Radar. Oh, I can look it up. Radar is 50 per, so this needs to be 2,000. That's the size of a train. And we're going to want locomotive and that and that. We'll have it go first to radar, full cargo, and end activity. And then later on, it will get set up to be a later on that will be configured with a second station once I've got a station to drop things off at. Alright, we'll work on that soon enough. Get all these built so we can start seeing the radar come across. Alright, that's coming through. Should be all good. Alright, I can head home now. And okay, so this is processing units in. Ah yes, what we were looking at here were components of the radar. So that's copper, steel, electronic circuit, iron battery, iron gear wheel, and electronic circuit. So that's copper, iron, steel, electronic circuit, battery. That's 5 more resources. Well, it's not the end of the world. Okay, well, I guess what we will do, if it was just going to be a couple more resources, I was kind of thinking in terms of putting all my stations over here um, to the west of the existing rocket system. But I think given the fact that it's a little bit more extensive, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to get started on another sighting. Like that. And, well, that's interesting. We've got something coming off the main line. Do I want to make that part of the sighting, or do I want to make it part of the main line? I think let's make it part of the sighting. Alright, so we will take all of this, put it up here, and we'll take this, continue it over. There we go. Alright, so we got the correct signal there. We'll play around some more with getting signals all set up properly in a bit. Right now, this needs to be a chain signal because we've got a diverging line. And we will have ordinary signals. Where are you? Didn't really want that. No. didn't. Oh, whatever. It'll work. Let's see here. Ordinary signals. There we go. Ordinary signals on both of those. And let's get the rest of that reconnected, because I do believe that that was a moderately important support structure for one of my big mines. So I don't want to leave it disconnected too long. Right. This is all good. Alright, that all looks pretty reasonable. We're going to have another incoming station, or actually we're going to have a set of incoming stations. And like something like that. We had iron, copper, steel, green circuits, and also whatchamacallit, batteries. Yeah, so we're gonna need pretty extensive system here. No, that's too close. That's not going to be lined up properly. Put those on destruction. There we go. That should work, and now I'm realizing I don't want this either, because I want it to make all the choices using the chain signal, not using a regular signal. We'll have to figure out what's going on there. That's getting a little problematic, but we'll make it work for now. Alright. Copy and paste that missing part. And then we actually want to just kind of copy paste the whole thing once more, because we've got a fifth item coming in. That was junk. We don't want to copy. Alright, so we can now say iron, copper, steel, electronic circuits, radar. We'll make a little rainbow bus here to make all the resources. We can have a bunch of output stations, and we will also have some input stations. We ought to get some roboports expanded. Got roboports here. Didn't want that piece of track. That was just coming along for the ride. We're going to want a roboport here. I don't want that track either. Let's see here. So those are our 5 inputs. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 outputs. So let's copy this. We'll copy it 4 times. 1. Yeah, we'll put them at standard spacing. Even though we could get one thing closer. Straight rail ghost is in the way. Oh, I'm going to run... No, it actually just barely fits. Straight rail ghost is in the way? Why? Where? Alright, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I think that ought to work here. We'll go ahead and we'll... Oh, somebody's out of fuel. But, oh, that's down there. That is no biggie. They'll get to it eventually. Alright, let's go ahead and... We don't need... wow. Oh, right. Oh. This is the place where we had those 2 weird ones. Alright. That makes more sense. Let's just go through and get all of these stations named. And we'll figure out what the belt's going to be eventually. All right, so this will be our iron. Iron in. And that will be limited based on iron. Iron. And we'll have to reconfigure this to accept 115200. But it needs to be 115200 of iron. So now it's producing. This needs to be divided. No, wait a minute. Iron, all of those, they're at 100. Okay. So I had that wrong. This is going to be 57,600. All right, got caught up with the server. This is going to be copper in. There we go. This will be if copper greater than 0. Set the train limit based on copper. This will be divide by 4,000. Actually, a lot of these we need to just duplicate. This is going to be waiting for copper. The target is negative 57,600. This is going to be waiting on steel with a target of negative 56. All right. Steel, enable, disable, greater than 0. All right, that all looks good. This is going to be electronic circuits. All right, I think, yeah, electronic circuits in. We've already got that. Nope, it needs to be on that, and that being greater than 0, and that one's electronic circuits. This is going to be the one that's going to be negative 115, 200. Oh, but it's negative 115, 200 of electronic circuits. This needs to be divided by 8,000 because that's capacity of a train. And so that's iron, copper. Oh, never changed the name on that to steel in. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, good. That was a copper train. So we are okay. Steel in. We're going to have to change all of those logistic networks as well. We'll get back to that. After electronic circuits, then this is going to be batteries in. And batteries are stacks of 200 as well. So we'll copy that, but turn it into batteries. Negative 115. All right, this needs to be triggered on batteries, enabled when batteries greater than 0. Excellent. So that's got copper going in. This needs to be bringing in all of the iron that we can. Probably there's no iron in the system, but we'll put in the request just in case. This will be trying to collect steel. This will be trying to collect electronic circuits, which you get twice as much of. This will be trying to collect batteries. And the other 4 are output stations, so we'll just leave them for the moment. We do have some junk that got collected on that. We'll get rid of that. All right, so let's think about this here. What's the shape of our belt going to look like? We're going to want to eventually, let's leave one free space here, but we're eventually going to have this. All right, so that's going to be our 4 belts. We'll say that this one's going to be the satellites. Satellite 2Ls? I think so. I'm not sure. Let's just select and see what happens. Satellite. Oh, they think it's 2Ls. All right, satellite more than 40. But what we're going to do here is that we will put a splitter with a firm preference to the right. That splitter will come down here, cross over all those train tracks. This will be our splitter for the satellites going to the various rocket silos. So this was previously I changed that to processing unit. Oh, I changed that to processing unit when I was thinking I was going to have I was going to build all my stations on that side. Oh wait. No, actually that's true. We are going to need processing units and the like because we need to build the satellite. All those other things we had were just the things to build components of the satellite. So yeah, processing units will need to come across. And what else? What was the other components? Low density fuel processing unit and those other 3 things. So this we can get rid of. We're not going to use that station. But processing units comes out and let's do it this way. This is one of the virtues of deciding to leave a little bit of extra space when you're routing belts and such, is that if you make a mistake and you have to spaghetti in a whole bunch more belts, you got space for another one. We don't need that power line right now. So I guess the best we have is like that. Alright. This is getting a little uglier than I planned, but hey, spaghetti, Factorio spaghetti is sometimes ugly. That's how it goes. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. Let's see if we got enough space. Ooh, wow, that actually lined up beautifully. I had not planned this out ahead of time. Let's just do it like this. We'll take our whole system out to kind of the edge, and then we'll turn it around and give it one more space just in case later on we realize we've made some terrible mistake. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll have this 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is it 5? It is 5. Now, I'm not making any claim that this is the most efficient way to route the belts. I know it could be better, but sometimes you just gotta go for beauty. Alright. That was not the way that I'd expected to accent what I just said, but maybe we'll take that. Maybe we'll say that's good enough, and we'll end the episode here, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.